Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most hilarious and insightful takes on the ongoing media drama surrounding Prince Harry's memoir, Spare. British broadcaster James O'Brien has become a standout voice in unpacking the absurdity of the right-wing media's reaction to Harry's candid storytelling. From misrepresented headlines to outright bizarre accusations, the media frenzy around this memoir has been nothing short of a spectacle, and O'Brien's critique is nothing short of brilliant. In this video, we'll explore how James O'Brien used his signature wit and sharp analysis to dismantle the tabloids' narrative. From their overblown outrage about Harry's military service to their relentless obsession with every detail of his life, O'Brien doesn't hold back. We'll also delve into why the media seems so invested in discrediting Harry, what this says about their agenda, and how O'Brien's commentary highlights deeper issues in modern journalism. So sit back, relax, and let's unpack this wild media meltdown together. James O'Brien's commentary on the media frenzy surrounding Prince Harry's memoir Spare is an exemplar of sharp, insightful, and humorous critique. O'Brien, a veteran broadcaster and journalist, masterfully dismantled the right-wing media's reaction to the book, exposing their obsession with twisting Harry's words to fit a predetermined narrative. His approach combined biting humor with an acute understanding of the media landscape, turning what could have been a serious topic into an engaging and accessible discussion. Prince Harry's memoir Spare was met with immense anticipation, skyrocketing to become one of the fastest-selling non-fiction books in history. Readers were eager to dive into Harry's raw and deeply personal account of his life, particularly his time as a working royal, his military service, and the immense pressures of living under the public eye. However, instead of analyzing the nuanced revelations in the book, many media outlets, particularly right-wing tabloids, zeroed in on isolated excerpts. These were often taken out of context and weaponized to stoke public outrage. James O'Brien highlighted how these tactics served not to inform readers but to further discredit Harry and Meghan Markle, whom the tabloids have targeted relentlessly since their departure from royal duties. O'Brien's sharp dissection of these misrepresentations highlighted the media's disingenuous approach. One of the most egregiously misrepresented excerpts from Spare was Harry's candid account of his military service, in which he disclosed killing 25 Taliban fighters while serving in Afghanistan. Harry's words were carefully framed, reflective, and without any glorification of war. He expressed the emotional and psychological toll of such actions, emphasizing the dehumanizing nature of conflict. Yet, right-wing tabloids portrayed this as a boastful and insensitive confession, sparking outrage not only in the UK but also internationally. Some even accused Harry of endangering his safety and that of his family by inviting retaliation. O'Brien found this narrative utterly laughable and hypocritical. He sarcastically pointed out the irony of British tabloids, historically jingoistic and hawkish, now finding common cause with the Taliban by vilifying Harry's military service. If you're on the same side as the Taliban, maybe you need to sit down and rethink your life choices, O'Brien quipped during his LBC show. This cutting observation laid bare the absurdity of the media's response and underscored the lengths to which they would go to demonize Harry. James O'Brien also delved into the deeper motivations behind the media's obsession with tearing down Harry and Meghan. He suggested that Harry's decision to step back from royal duties and forge his path outside the royal institution was seen as an unforgivable betrayal by the British press. For decades, the monarchy and the tabloids have existed in a symbiotic relationship, with the royals providing a steady stream of content and the media shielding them from excessive criticism in return. Harry disrupted this equilibrium. His departure with Meghan marked a rejection of this unspoken deal, a move that left the tabloids feeling betrayed and vengeful. By choosing to live independently and expose the toxic relationship between the royal family and the media, Harry had made himself an easy target. O'Brien humorously likened this vendetta to a lover scorned, pointing out how the tabloids' anger at Harry seemed disproportionate and deeply personal. It's like Harry dumped them, and now they can't stop texting him angry emojis, O'Brien joked, emphasizing how petty and vindictive their coverage had become. Another aspect of O'Brien's critique focused on the hypocrisy of the media. He contrasted their relentless vilification of Harry with their adoration for controversial figures like Andrew Tate, who has been accused of far more serious misdeeds. The same outlets that chastised Harry for speaking his truth were quick to champion individuals whose values seemed completely antithetical to the ideals they claimed to uphold. O'Brien mocked this inconsistency, highlighting how the media's outrage had little to do with principles and everything to do with their agenda. He remarked, "They're not mad about what Harry said. They're mad that he said anything at all." This observation struck a chord with listeners, as it encapsulated the media's broader problem with Harry, his unwillingness to remain silent and compliant. James O'Brien's critique wasn't just limited to Harry's situation, it was also a commentary on the state of modern journalism. He lamented how sensationalism and clickbait have replaced honest reporting, leading to a culture where narratives are twisted to fit ideological agendas. By reading excerpts from Spare on air and juxtaposing them with tabloid headlines, O'Brien demonstrated how the media had deliberately distorted Harry's words. This wasn't just about selling papers, it was about shaping public opinion and vilifying a man who dared to challenge the system. O'Brien's takedown of the media resonated with many listeners who were tired of the endless negativity surrounding Harry and Meghan. However, it also sparked backlash from those who felt that Harry deserved criticism for airing the royal family's dirty laundry. O'Brien addressed these critics with characteristic wit, pointing out the hypocrisy of defending institutions that have repeatedly failed their members. He also highlighted how the public's response to Spare revealed broader societal divides. For some, Harry represented a modern, progressive figure challenging outdated norms. For others, he was a traitor to tradition. O'Brien argued that this polarization was less about Harry himself and more about what he symbolized, a shift away from unquestioning loyalty to the monarchy and the media. In closing, James O'Brien called for greater accountability in journalism. He emphasized that while opinions are subjective, facts should not be up for debate. By misrepresenting Harry's words and stoking unnecessary outrage, the media had failed in its duty to inform and educate. O'Brien's commentary serves as a reminder of the power of truth and the importance of standing up to misinformation. His humor, insight, and unwavering commitment to justice made his takedown of the right-wing media both entertaining and thought-provoking. For Prince Harry, it was a rare moment of public defense from a media figure willing to call out the system that has wronged him for so long. James O'Brien's response to the media meltdown over Prince Harry's memoir Spare provides a compelling reminder of the crucial role of accountability in journalism. His incisive critique not only called out the tabloids for their relentless vilification of Harry but also exposed the hypocrisy in their treatment of his candid reflections. By reading Harry's words in their proper context, O'Brien effectively demonstrated how the media often prioritizes sensationalism over factual reporting, undermining the very foundation of responsible journalism. His analysis served as a wake-up call to audiences, urging them to question the narratives they consume and recognize the deeper biases at play. The reaction to O'Brien's commentary highlights the polarizing nature of Harry and Meghan's story, which serves as a broader metaphor for shifting cultural and generational values. O'Brien captured this tension, illustrating how Harry's decision to speak out against toxic traditions in both the monarchy and the media resonated with some while provoking defensiveness in others. His humor and wit bridged this divide, offering a fresh perspective that encouraged listeners to see beyond the tabloid headlines. In doing so, he underscored the importance of standing up for truth and transparency, even in the face of overwhelming opposition. Ultimately, O'Brien's takedown of the media frenzy surrounding Spare stands as a powerful defense of Prince Harry's right to tell his story without fear of misrepresentation. It also serves as a broader critique of a media culture that too often sacrifices nuance for clickbait. Through his thoughtful and humorous approach, O'Brien reminded us all of the value of empathy, critical thinking, and the courage to challenge entrenched systems of power. His commentary not only celebrated Harry's courage but also inspired audiences to question the forces shaping public opinion, leaving an enduring message about the importance of fairness and accountability in today's media landscape.